the 2023 Qatar International Stakes, over a mile, all in, and they're off. They race away. A clean Lathbar black jacket towards the Leicester shot, not the best into stride. AGS Sarek in the maroon silks was well away though, out furthest to the right at the moment. Disputes the running early on with Samlar, who's taking quite a keen hold in the pink cap. Moshriff more towards the inside, running grail, the royal blue cap and headgear, and amongst horses with the red cap Jabalar. They're being trapped by Al Ghadir, with towards that one's outside first class and the nose banded cheek pieces. Clear Lathbar is the back marker as Moshriff has come through to dispute the running with Sahab as they come towards the end of the first quarter mile. With Jabalar on the outside racing in third, Samlar is fourth, and then on the inside Al Ghadir, the French Derby winner, followed by AGS Ike, who's just lost one or two positions. He's racing on the outside of first class. Clear Lathbar on the inside as they steadily make their way towards halfway and begin to make the turn for home. Moshriff and Jim Crowley out in front. Sahab still racing keenly, tracking that one through on the rail. Jabalar out wide with the red cap, followed by Al Ghadir, then Samlar just briefly shaking along as they turn for home and make their way more towards the centre to near side. AGS Syke is furthest to the right, and first class and a clean Lathbar, the back pair, coming down to the final 2.5 furlongs. Moshriff still the one to pass, tracked by Sahab and Al Ghadir in the grey jacket, being smuggled into it by Christophe Simeon. Jabalar to the outside, pushed along. Samlar next, then first class and a clean Lathbar coming inside the two. Moshriff the leader, Sahab on the near side, delivering a challenge. Al Ghadir now produced on the far side by Christophe Simeon, strikes the front, coming down to the final furlong and quickens the way smartly. No response in behind. The 4-year-old Al Ghadir, 5 lengths clear entering the final half furlong, and he'll win this top class race, beating his eldest for the first time on the bridle. A superstar in the making. Al Ghadir wins the Qatar International. First class was second, Samlar in third, and Moshriff in fourth.
Ready, and they're off. Racing away, it's a 1.5 here for the Coral Handicap, this £75,000 at Class 2 as they climb in the early stages. Amleto is quite keen in the yellow jacket, looking to be restrained there by Tom Marquand, as it's Inquiring Minds to the inside, who's also quite lit up in the black and white silks of the red cap. He leads early on, but French Invasion pressing the pace now. Struth a little bit wider. Then came the Goat in the purple and mauve of the noseband. Cool Party, that red jacket, is now in fifth. Amleto is a place behind Cool Party. Then Westerton and Tony Montana ahead of the grey. Fox Journey, Tagabawa is second to last. And in pink and green, Clan Chieftain is the back marker. French Invasion over toward that far running rail, leading now by a length. Inquiring Minds are still quite keen. Cool Party to the outside of Inquiring Minds. Then Struth, who fills out fourth place. The Goat's behind at Struth. Behind Struth then is Amleto. Westerton, that white jacket, followed then by Fox Journey. Tony Montana in those violet silks. Still towards the back of the field, Clan Chieftain alongside top-weighted Tagabawa. It's Cool Party to the outside of French Invasion. These two pretty much matching strides. Inquiring Minds not far behind them, with Struth back in fourth place. The Goat and Amleto are the next two. Behind those, Westerton and Tony Montana. Length and a half then back to find Fox Journey, who races a half in advance of Tagabawa, and at the rear is Clan Chieftain. Beginning the descent then back towards home inside the final 5 shortly, and it's Cool Party now in the hands of Franny Norton that now develop a length and a half, maybe a bit more lead over French Invasion in the double green. Then came to the inside Inquiring Minds. The Goat is racing together then with Struth. Another couple away to Amleto and Westerton. Then Tony Montana, and they pushed along Fox Journey. Behind Fox Journey is Tagawawa, who's also now under a right. Clan Chieftain's dropped out to be last as they progress up the centre of the racecourse now as they head towards the closing stages. And it's just about Struth together with the Goat now. Tony Montana beginning a run. Amleto trying to thread its way through. Cool Party has now dropped away. Fox Journey is staying on as they head inside the final quarter of a mile with the noseband. It's the Goat who's wandering around a bit out in front, but has got a clear lead now from Amleto, who's trying hard in behind in second. Then Tony Montana and Struth ahead of Fox Journey and Westerton, but the Goat is clear, many lengths clear inside the final furlong, and he's galloping on relentlessly here. The Goat much the best under Jason Watson, a big margin winner of the Coral Handicap. The Goat eased down from home in second, and Leto, Fox Journey third, then Tony Montana, Westerton and Struth. And they're off, racing 7 furlongs in the Group 3 Whispering Angel Oak Tree Stakes. Matilda Picot has broken well from stall number 16 and just about leads after the end of the opening furlong. From International Angel and Glen Laurel, then Sydney Arms, Chelsea deeper out in light blue and red, more towards the inside. The white and black with the noseband is Fast Response. Juliet Sierra is behind those. Together with White Moonlight, towards the inside of Juliet Sierra is Brige. Then more back towards the inside and slightly hampered on the bend there is American Kestrel in that red jacket. Magical Sunset on terms with her at that point, and then Dream of Love. Further back then to Sicilian Defence, and Semedirienne is the back marker. They're racing through halfway. Matilda Picot and Ronan Whelan lead the field in the Whispering Angel Oak Tree Stakes, but only narrowly though from Sydney Arms Chelsea in the light blue and red silks. International Angel is close up behind, and then came Glen Laurel in the yellow jacket. Juliet Sierra trying to start that run on the inside, but as they head down towards the final quarter mile, Matilda Picot's been headed by International Angel. Glen Laurel in the yellow silks, and Matilda Picot back in third trying to battle away. Brige is next in fourth. Juliet Sierra has lost her position now. Fast Response is well beaten. They're heading down towards the final furlong. International Angel leads the way now from Glen Laurel. Brige coming up with something in the centre. Matilda Picot, now Magical Sunset bearing down at them towards the near side. Magical Sunset's coming home strongly. Joins in now with Brige. Behind those Glen Laurel as they head for the line. The Oak Tree Stakes goes away and Magical Sunset from Brige home in second. Then came Dream of Love in third. Glen Laurel next in fourth in front of Juliet Sierra. And they're off, racing away for the Jaeger-Lecoultre Molecomb Stakes. It's Group 3 for the 2-year-olds over the 5 furlong. Big Ebbs there with that noseband on is the first one to show from Hackman, the turquoise jacket. Then the white and red silks of Chagrin. A little bit wider out is Barnwell Boy in the white and dark blue. They're being tracked by Bahia in the silver jacket. Outpaced early on is Killian. Peter Sangay is in front of him. Deeper on the track than is Marco Cole in light blue and yellow colours. They're racing now through halfway, and it's Big Ebbs joined by Bahia. Ridden along for Maurice Chagrin. Wider out there, Barnwell Boy still with chances. Marco Cole trying to come up with something. Pura Sangue trying to get going as well inside the final furlong and a half. It's still Big Ebbs against the running rail, who continues to lead the way. From Bahia, who's now under pressure. Pura Sangue begins to angle out, putting in his challenge now. Running inside the final half. Big Ebbs now joined by Pura Sangue. Killian's beginning to fly as well. Big Ebbs and Pura Sangue, nothing in it on the run to the line. Big Ebbs has just won the Vulcan. Big Ebbs over Pura Sangue. Killian third. Then came Bahia and Marco Cole. And they're off, racing away for the 2023 Qatar Sussex Stakes. It's £1 million Group 1 over the mile, and it's Paddington who strides away in front through the end of the opening furlong. Charin the Grey to the inside of Aldari. He's perhaps a little lit up. A little wider out than is in Spiral, and tucked in behind the French raider Facteur Cheval. The pink and black silks there for Maxime Guillon. They climb over on the far side, then in Paddington under Ryan Moore leads the way in the Sussex Stakes. Shows by a length at just a steady gallop it would appear. The grey Charin to the inside of Inspiral. They're racing in second and third. Then the blue and white for Jim Crowley on board Aldari, and Facteur Cheval still anchored at the rear of the field. They'll soon be out to halfway, and Paddington will lead them on the approach towards the home straight. Inspiral, she's just about moved into second place now, a neck away to Charin back in third. Further length and a half back to Facteur Cheval, and then came Aldari as they make the turn to straighten towards home. Inspiral looms up here to Paddington as they work towards the stand side running rail as they head down towards the final 3 furlongs. Inspiral now level with Paddington, a length or so away to Charin, now just been pushed along. So too Facteur Cheval. Aldari angled out to try and have a run at them now. They're racing on down towards the final quarter mile. Paddington now in front by a half a length over the ridden along Inspiral. Facteur Cheval in the pink and black is beginning to pick up, then Charin. Aldari now looks beaten. They're racing down to the final furlong. It's Paddington who leads the way, but it's hard at it. Facteur Cheval trying to challenge it. Out there towards the trend of the track. It's Paddington from Facteur Cheval on the run towards the line. It's Paddington. He's still going to be unbeaten this season. He's going to win the Sussex Stakes. Paddington has beaten Facteur Cheval. Charin back in third. Aldari fourth. And they're off. racing 5 furlongs for the British EBF 40th anniversary Alice Keppel Fillies Condition Stakes. They break into 2 groups early on. Ziggy's Dream prominent towards the stand side. Together here with the horse who went to post early, Princess Jujara. In amongst him is Beanham in the black and yellow. The field now begins to cluster up towards the stand side. So Princess Jujara in the green and white from Beanham in the black with the yellow stars. Then Ziggy's Dream, wider out is Flora of Bermuda in that dark blue and pink jacket. Behind those Juniper Berries together with Dappling in the pink and green. Then Thanks But No Thanks and Indispensable. Wider out is Luby. Tropical Island is still some way back through them. And at the moment, Make It Easy can't get a run. They're racing now down inside the final furlong and a half, and it's Flora of Bermuda under Oshie Murphy straight to the front. Goes on from Indispensable, then came Beanham. Juniper Berries is next. Tropical Island out towards the centre, skipping clear of the field. Flora of Bermuda will win going right away. Flora of Bermuda, a good-looking winner of this Condition Stakes, beating Juniper Berries into second, Indispensable in third. Then came Dappling, and they're off. And so too is David Egan. He has been unseated from Decoration leaving the stalls. Decoration is loose with the rest of the runners as they break here over the 1.25 miles for the British European Breeders' Fund EBF at Fillies Handicap Stakes. Chips and Rice just about in front in the early part from La Mujeres. And right in behind is There's the Door in the yellow and dark blue silks. Followed then by Therapist with the white cap Never Endings jockey and the pink of In These Shoes. Another 1.5 away to Rousset, last year's runner-up in this contest. Value Added is second to last, and Persist is attended to by the loose Decoration, is at the tail of the field. They continue to climb over on the back straight, and it's Chips and Rice who shows the way. Chips the Rice under Jim Crowley from in second La Mujeres. There's the Door is in third place as they race the way up towards halfway just before the turn back towards the home straight. Therapist is to the outside of There's the Door. Between those is Never Ending. Then Value Added, the pink jacket on the inside, In These Shoes ahead of Rousset, and Persist is at the back. We're about to race towards the final half a mile shortly. The loose Decoration has taken the lower bend into the home straight as Chips and Rice leads the way from La Mujeres. Right in behind is There's the Door. In front of Never Ending, the pushed along Therapist. Now been asked for a bit more under William Cox. They all track over towards the stand side running rail as they go towards the final 3 furlongs. La Mujeres in that pink cap now races on into the lead. Chips and Rice is ridden along for more. There's the Door is under pressure wider out in yellow and blue. Rousset trying to track closer. Behind Rousset then is Never Ending. Value Added is trying to get going. La Mujeres joined once again by Chips and Rice as they head down towards the final furlong and a half. There's the Doors finding plenty for pressure. Persist is staying on well from the back, the blue cap there. Rousset is under pressure. Behind Rousset is Never Ending. They're inside the final furlong. La Mujeres trying to come back at There's the Door. It's There's the Door who led them inside the final 100 yards from the rallying Pistis, and then came La Mujeres. It's going to be There's the Door from Persist. La Mujeres is back in third, Rousset in fourth. And they're off. For the Well-Pull Handicap, they go 7 furlongs, and Love de Vega was very quickly away, and the orange colours will lead them. For the purple and white diamonds there, Dark 30 quite well in attendance, and to the outside, Wob 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 in those yellow and white silks of the noseband. Orange sleeves of Bailey's Gut Feeling. Then the grey and red for Isla Kai. Wider out then for Zeke. Black and orange in behind is Ross Collin. Then Labrado, and seeing right towards the back of the field with Farasi Lane, and towards the inside of those two is Secret Strength. As they race around the lower bend back towards home, and it's Dark 30 under Sean Levy who show the way from Wob Wob Wob, and Love de Vega is now third. Isla Kai is next and trying to move up between horses, and Bailey's Gut Feeling and Physique in those pink and green silks. They head across towards the stand side fence, being led just about by Wob 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 now from Dark 30 in second place. Isla Kai is back in third. Love de Vega wider out in the orange. Then Ross Collin in behind in fifth. Bailey's Gut Feeling ridden for more. Then Physique, Farasi Lane, Secret Strength, Labrado, and last of all Hazim as they head now down towards the final furlong and a half. Wob 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 leads. Now giving way Dark 30. Ross Collins under pressure to close between horses. Isla Kai with a big claim to the outside. Then the grey and red. They run down towards the final furlong. Wob 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 from Isla Kai. Between and Ross Collin coming home well. They're running towards the final half. It's Wob 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 joined by Ross Collin. Ross Collin trying to get up here. Wob 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 is fighting away, but Ross Collin too strong. Ross Collin and a double for Oshie Murphy, beating Wob 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 Wob, clear from Ilakai, then Dark 30, Physique, and Bailey's Gut Feeling.